Each year, late in the summer, as the moon swells to full, we can anticipate Rosh Hashanah on the horizon, just 2 weeks away. We begin to think about going back to the NVHC building, seeing hundreds of people gathered in their finest for the new year, familiar faces and new faces all coming together as one community.
If we have to change the how of what we do, then we must go back to the why. So the question we ask ourselves as individuals and as a community is, what do we want these days to be for us?
Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur are like signposts on the threshold of a new year. Like the mezuzah on the doorposts of our homes, they remind us to consider what will happen on the other side.
What is the purpose of these days in our lives?
What kind of people do we want to be? What kind of world do we want to create? These are awesome questions built upon the powerful Jewish idea that we have the ability to choose life, as the Torah portion says on Yom Kippur.
COVID has made this message more critical than ever. The world has been upended. Our schools, jobs, friends, families, vacations, restaurants, gyms, everything has changed. And so too, we must change and learn how to choose life every day, especially while our normal habits have disappeared, leaving stress and anxiety behind.
We get to make choices to decide how we are written into the book of life. During the High Holy Days, we envision God as the Almighty Sovereign and the loving parent, singing Avinu Malkeinu to remind us of the awesome power of human choice.
Usually we use the tools of the trade, the high bima, the bright white robes to drive home the point.
We wear the robes and stand on the bima to elevate our minds and inspire our spirits.
We get to experience this scene every year with old friends and new, with all of the symbolism meant to drive home the awesome power of these holy days.
We can feel the power of our choices in the power of hundreds of people standing together before the open ark.
No, this year, we will not have the robes. We will not be able to hug or shake hands as the Torah processes around the room.
But we still have so many ways to embrace the message and joy of this season. Working with a huge team of NVHC members and with the rest of the staff, we have designed a Holy Day experience like no other.
We have an array of services, asynchronous and synchronous opportunities, and even a parking lot shofar service. We have resources to help you create holiness at home, from an art project to candles that you can light with us during services. And we have let our creative juices flow, designing live worship experiences that will be different and yet capture the key messages of each of these holy days.
No matter how much we create, the days depend on you. More than ever, we need your help. We would look silly sitting at home in our formal white robes, so you, with us, must fill our screens with the image of everyone wearing white. We cannot possibly move through 2 hours of traditional liturgy and sermons, so we need you to prepare with us. Please look at our schedule carefully and plan your own journey through our many offerings.
We can't pass you a prayer book this year as you walk into the room, so we invite you to take yours off the bookshelf or order a set from the temple office if you don't already have one. We can't offer you a joyous oneg or a break fast in person, but we invite you to learn a new recipe or make a Zoom appointment with your family or friends or your chavurah so that you can all find the joy in this season.
If we all work together on these days, we can create holiness. The circumstances are entirely different, but the questions remain the same.
What kind of year do we want 5781 to be?
How do we want to grow in the year to come?
What is the most meaningful way we can be written into the book of life for this year?
L'shana tova.
L'shana tova from NVHC.
L'shana tova u'metuka. May this be a good and a sweet new year for all of us.